and a stun gun.
That's a superpower.
Good evening and welcome to the Shadows of New Orleans. All right, we're joining a number of concerned citizens. They have gathered currently at a small Boy stand across the street from the local dockyard. There's a number of protesters outside. Inside are a of black semis. The semis belong to Blackwater Transport and have recently been grounded as a result of a union strike. These conditions are gathering to look into this matter a little deeper, find out exactly who and what Blackwater is up to. Situation. So that being said, I believe a couple of you have done some preliminary scouting before I get here, but currently there's probably about a dozen protesters, most of them pro-union. Bad bad treatment, that sort of thing. Not getting raises. So they're gathered out in front of the dock gates, which are currently closed. Additionally, you know that Blackwater has hired private security to accommodate the grounding of these trucks. With that, I'll turn it over to everyone to jump in.
So I guess the pair on motorcycles will pull up a little ways down the street from this. She doesn't want to be like pulling up right in front of them. Looking at her cohort. I know these trucks aren't underworld type folk. Which makes me think government. This is more than just simple shipping trucks. As she then looks over at Alex.
Alex just nods at what she's saying.
So do we want to go in and investigate, or have a po' boy and wait and decide later?
You know, I haven't tried that place yet.
She'll get off her bike and start walking towards the po' boys then.
We'll set the kickstand and follow.
She'll order up 2 po' boys. And she'll just kind of be scoping out the people, the area, cameras, that sort of thing.
Alex will grab one and take a big bite while he's looking around, checking out, also looking for security systems and stuff like that, and counting how many there are, how many protesters there are, and trying to figure out ways to get around them without causing a major scene. Is that fried shrimp inside of a submarine?
Yes, kind
Fun.
of, sort of. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And they will do that while the others intro themselves.
Jones is probably just kind of wandering around. He's been looking into this place a few times on his own. So he's wandering around all decked out in his usual full coverings. So pretty much all black everything. Long coat, a mask, and a skull cap and gloves. He stops a little ways up the street, just kind of watching the protesters.
Finger, ever the least subtle cat in the universe, is in the suit that you see the picture in. It's gray with a white with a white shirt and his shades, and he's got the necklace with a finger bone on it, and he's kind of whistling and walking toward the Jones type dude.
Hey, Finger.
Hello, my friend.
How have you been?
Well, little of this, little of that. People to do, things to kill, bacon to eat. Well, wish I could eat without throwing up, but mostly, yeah.
I got you. I'm guessing you've been hearing
Ready to
about
do the thing?
So,
Oh, yes. Of course, I'm the one. I heard about this thing. I'm the one that set this stupid thing up. Yes, Finger doesn't do anything quietly or subtly.
And the whistling will draw the attention of Victoria. So she will at least look at you in your direction.
Oh, look, people who can eat food. Let's go be evil and vampy.
sounds good.
Alex, who looks very, very biker-like. It's like in the picture. Look at where she's looking. You know them?
Nobody was whistling. Why would somebody be whistling at this time of day?
Good point.
When Finger sees them, orient on his direction, he goes, Jones, do that thing that you do better than everybody else I know.
Which thing is that? There's quite a few things.
Oh, you're hilarious. In that case, you'll just have to guess. I'm going to go be personable. Excuse me.
Little nods and then just kind of duck down an alley.
Evening, y'all.
Good evening.
I myself am about to go involve myself in some devilment. What are y'all doing out tonight?
Involve yourself in what?
I'm
You are
guessing
evident.
he's going to go do something.
Stupid?
That's one way to describe it. Foolhardy is an option. Dangerous, perhaps.
So he's basically doing what we were going to do.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I doubt it. He reaches inside of his pocket, John, and the po' boy dude who's standing there, he gives him like $200 and says, "Beat it." John,
All right. I was talking, didn't realize it auto muted me when I switched mics. So a couple of the guys, doing the guy who seems to kind of be the guys for this little rally. He kind of motions the guys, and they head down to like a street corner, a block down. Says, "We'll get a little more exposure down there where they can see us."
Great idea. Oh, look.
John, is there anybody in there? Sorry, you go ahead, Marcus.
As they disperse at this wonderful strategic moment, Finger like walks up to the gates.
All right.
So, John, was there anybody in the alley that I popped into?
Negative.
I'm gonna go ahead and set up obfuscate too, and then I'm gonna start walking up to the gate.
Yeah, Alex is just going to look at Victoria, shrug, and follow Finger.
She puts the rest of her po' boy in a satchel over her shoulder and follows.
He
As Alex walks by his bike, he grabs a jacket and something else that's under the jacket with him and starts putting it on and adjusting something under the jacket.
He looks at the two people following. He goes, I'm bulletproof and I have a key, so I'm not sneaking. So if y'all want to be sneaking, y'all should get doing it." And he pulls out the key to the gate and unlocks it. Walking.
Yeah, I think I'll go stealthy. Let's see here.
Jones is just following Finger. He's being very careful to not do anything to draw attention to him.
All right.
Got 2 successes on the stealthiness.
Victoria's just gonna follow this guy for now.
He looks at her. He goes, "You realize I'm what's known as a distraction, right?"
She's got a smile.
"Excuse me, y'all peoples over there guarding the truck there. How you doing?"
And that would certainly get some attention, obviously. There's a couple of guys who've been kind of walking around, turn and look at you. To their credit, they don't approach, but they do fairly close attention to you.
"Good to meet you. I was wondering if I could talk to your honcho."
They look at each other, and one says, "You want to talk to shift command?"
"Yeah, if you didn't mind. I just had a little bit of business to palaver with him. That's all. Y'all mind? I ain't got no gun on me or nothing. I'm just a dude in a suit." "I got this here stun gun though for protection because the streets are dark at night. You know what I'm saying?"
You hear her snicker from beside you.
He will look at you, and then he hits he's got like a shoulder mic on his radio. And he says, "We got one asking to speak to Shift Command." You don't hear a response, but then he radio off his belt and slides it across the ground towards you.
He picks it up. He goes, "How's this Gigal work now? I just pushes your button."
And he says, "Talk."
"How you doing? My name's Finger Calevra. Maybe you've heard of me."
And they you don't hear anything for a second, and then he says, a voice says, "May have heard the name mentioned."
"Yep. I was just wanting to do a little bit of horse trading. See, because I can't get in touch with the honchos what own these trucks. I figured I'd talk to y'all because y'all was here."
Well, I imagine if the owners wanted to talk to you, they probably would have. Thinking there
Well,
might be a reason that you can't get a hold of them.
I had not attempted to contact them. I felt I'd be all friendly like and show you and have a little face to face.
Well, that's awful approachable of you.
I'm Southern.
And he just goes,
He whispers to the woman who he doesn't know. Where he's like, he turns off the mic for a second. He goes, "I hope you have a plan because I'm gonna be doing this."
Don't worry. I'm just gathering information at the moment.
Okay.
Figured I'd start here.
Yes, ma'am. So can we have a chat or no?
he responds and says, "I believe we are having a chat, are we not?"
Well, not Southern style. I mean, face to face, mano to mano. Or oh,
I see. So you're looking to come over to my office? Is that what you're
if you don't mind.
proposing?
I got a lady friend with me. If that's okay.
I don't know, just so many people I want to be hauling in the office. That might get awful crowded real quick.
It's just the two of us. You can have your guys follow me up there if you feel more comfortable. I would prefer if they escorted me. I like the smell of gun oil and swollenness and creatine all around me.
One of the other voices cuts on the radio and says, "Boss, if you want us to bring the wise guy in." And he says, "Well, hang on, I'll come out on site. That might be a better option. Give me 15.
He says, "Y'all boys feel more comfortable if we all moved over to the gate there at the entrance so we could all be together? Is that okay?" Yeah, I roll a manipulation plus subterfuge to think, hey, that's a great idea.
Yes.
I only have a 2, so let's see what happens. So I roll 5 dice and hope for the best. I do not think it's a good idea.
No. He they kind of get a little suspicious in me. He looks at you and he says, "You why don't you just stay where I can see you?"
All right. I ain't going nowhere.
You know, we wouldn't want anyone getting the wrong idea, you know.
I don't have any wrong ideas.
Well, no, but you know, the other guy's here to start thinking you were up to something, you know.
Oh, yeah. Up to something. Walked right up to you and said, hey, look at me. What I have is a business opportunity. That's all.
Why are you trying to do business at night? She'll say quietly to him.
Because I was busy the rest of the day.
All right.
And besides, you get to strike while the iron is hot.
I think they're striking outside.
They got guns. If I had $1 for every time someone pointed a gun at me, I'd be way richer than I am now. Tell you, if this ain't your particular cup of brandy, you ain't got to stay. But I got a plan.
Wonderful.
I don't know what your friends are doing, but I know what mine is.
Oh, my friends. Right. I came with somebody here, didn't I? I don't know.
By the way, John, I'm just stealthing around looking for cell phones, papers, so on, anything I can find to see if I can get some information on the owners. Open door to a rig or something like that.
Okay.
Jones is mostly looking for the warehouses that he saw people pulling, or they saw people possibly pulling boxes from to put on the truck. Seeing what all's in them.
All right. Well, is the guys kind of keep an eye on who that are being blatant. He will find the warehouses, Jones, and he and you're kind of just poking around looking for any identification or looking, or how are you trying?
He's just basically wandering, keeping to the shadows, keeping stealthy, looking for wallets that have been wallets and jackets that have been left while somebody went to the bathroom, or open cab to one of the trucks that might have papers in the glove box, stuff like that.
Sure. Roll me a perception investigation.
Perception investigation?
Yep.
That's 3 successes.
All right. You do find a one of the side doors on one of the trailers was not secured. Most of them have like card readers on them.
Yep.
You found one where it wasn't latch tight.
Okay.
Jones, you can quite easily see the warehouse, and the other two of you, as you guys are kind of waiting with the guards for the shift up, they are the other guards are kind of talking and looking back and back all the time.
Very well. Alex is going to quietly open the door.
Okay.
And have a look inside.
Sure. Inside, you'll find there's looks like high tech, like construction equipment, and then construction materials. It's like high grade metal, that sort of thing. Structural metal, rebar.
There any paperwork?
There's not.
That's unusual in itself.
In fact, most of the bundles of product aren't even labeled.
There any symbols of any type on anything?
No. In fact, there's
not.
Sorry? No, there's not even your typical like safety notices, like flammable or any of that stuff.
I'm gonna quietly close the door back over and leave it as much unlatched as I found it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move on, continuing to look around.
All right. Warehouse, just kind of creeping around, peering in the door.
That's what Jones is doing.
All right.
He's looking if they've left any crates open or anything so he can take a look inside.
There are some crates open. A lot of electronics, like building electronics, we'll call it, automated controls, that sort of thing. Equipment to wire a building all into one unit type.
Okay.
You guys are poking around, a black sedan pulls up. And another guy, and he's dressed similar to really what, almost like just a typical security guard, but he's really going out of his way to, it's done well. Shirt is ironed. He's got on a tie. The whole smash there. And he approaches, comes right up to you guys and says, "I'm given to understand one of you is and wish to speak."
Well, that would be me that was seeking parley, sir.
All right. Well, what can I do for you?
Well, hi, I am Finger Calevra. Nice to meet you, sir. And you would want me to address you as?
Well, I'm the shift sergeant. Call me Rainer.
And you definitely are not from around here. If you were, I would know you and know your vintage to have brought you as a present.
Oh, that is true. I am not, how you say, from around here.
Well, let's break down the brass tacks, as it were. Now, employer seems to have an issue with people outside causing all manner of ruckus and not allowing them to move their products. Is that true?
Well, we're a contracted company, but yes, that's the nature of our contract, is that there was some interference.
Now, I happen to be in good standing, as it were, with the local populace. I'm sort of a community leader, as it were. Now, if they would like, on their behalf, I could alleviate this particular problem.
Uh-huh. Well, that would be, how you say, outside the purview of my responsibility.
However, as a responsible member of quote unquote law enforcement, an honest person that they would trust, your word could go far in creating a dialogue between us.
Let's see, what is it exactly you're looking to accomplish?
I like to make friends. Now, there's no reason to have enemies when you can have friends. And this seems to be something right here that's causing the company that you are currently contracted to having issues. Now, I like to help people with problems. Don't you like to help people with problems when you can? Your friends, if you were?
Well, I like to complete my assigned responsibilities. That's
Well, there's that. All I'm asking for you to do is to just help me get a meeting with these people so that I can help them with their problem.
Let's see. So
It's
you're
not like they had a listed phone number for me to call to get in touch with them.
you are completely altruistically looking to help transport resolve their labor dispute and get their business back on the road.
As you said, beyond your purview are certain things. I didn't want to get into any details that you couldn't yourself verify would be followed.
Well, no, but if I'm going to put forth good word, I should understand the nature of the conversation I'm having with.
My dear, sweet, darling Finger here, he just wants to help. And, seeing everybody not working, it makes everybody feel down. So it just raises all of our spirits.
We just want to help.
There's an awful lot of offer to help and not a lot of explanation on.
Well, it depends entirely on what's necessary to appease the strikees or to find folks willing to work outside that. So there's quite a lot of options that would be necessary to have that conversation. But my sweet dear Finger here is more than happy to help.
I am.
Well, I know we've looked at bringing. They've got some labor added, and that's again not something I involve myself with. But
You don't look like a stupid man, so I'm pretty sure you know who you're working for and what they do.
I do. Also, why I happen to be hiring the best guards out there now. People looking to get into the security business, and you want to make a referral. Different matter.
Oh, you're able to open those doors too?
Well, I'm in charge of hiring for my contract here.
Do you have any openings? I would love to have another job, something to help out with.
Yeah, I got a number of staffing openings. We got more trucks than the these days.
Well, by all means, give me what information I need to make those contacts. And do you want to do an interview right now?
Finger just raises his eyebrow.
He hands over a card and says, "I can certainly do an interview, but right now running shift makes it not an option. But time is my most active shift."
Let me be frank, sir.
Thought you said
my
your
dear.
finger. Now you want to fight with me?
You are hilarious, sir, and that is probably how you gained your position in life. Look, there are many business concerns within Nolans. Many people who operate in the same area that these individuals are. Now, those individuals have questions. Now, if some of those questions could be answered, I'm sure this problem right here could be fixed.
I see. So you have people who have questions about what it is Blackwater Transport's doing.
There are lots of questions. If they could be answered, I'm sure your problems can be alleviated in a timely manner. If you could pass that on to your superiors, I'm sure that they create a dialogue and we could all be happy.
I mean, I can't really say I got a lot of problems. This contract's pretty good for me. Lots of over boys, nice and fat. Good client.
I can make things happen for you too if you're so inclined.
I don't suppose we could get a tour of the place, see where I might be working soon.
Yeah, we'll do walkthroughs if you make it through first interview. That's usually, yeah. That's the trick, because that's when the old pencil starts sitting in.
I see. Well, it is a lovely yard.
So, what say you to my offer? Will you pass it along, or won't you? You can read between your lines to what's happening.
I'm happy to let them know that somebody approached the site and was interested in resolving the labor disputes. That's about all I can do.
And that's about all I need you to do.
That would probably help.
Here you go, son. Finger clever.
Not gonna have a real productive conversation with them otherwise.
One thing, sir. When looking for work around this particular area, especially in the docks, mention my name, and I'm sure that it'll get you a little bit further.
I will keep that in mind.
Knowing me can open doors. Open way more doors than it'll close. Now, to begin this negotiation, I simply must ask one thing and one thing only.
What would that be?
I need you to walk me over to that truck so that I can look at the front of it. It's a size thing.
You see.
Size really matters to him.
It does.
I'll bet.
That's all I want. You escort me with all your armed guards. I just want to walk around the outside of the truck. Then I will leave. And then you can pass along what you pass along, and they can contact whoever needs to contact me can contact me. That's simple. I think we can handle that. Correct?
You make it sound nice and easy, don't you?
Things really are that easy.
He looks over to the guards and nods to me and says, well, I suppose if you're looking to take a look at the trucks, then yeah, we can take over there.
That's part of some of the questions that might be answered, and there's a great way to engender some goodwill.
He looks at Victoria and says, I suppose you want to look at the trucks too.
I wouldn't mind coming along. It's such an awfully large truck. It's beautifully maintained, though it looks. If that's
He
all
says,
right,
all
of course, bat those eyelashes.
No, let's go for a walk then. And he'll start walking over that way, leading you towards the trucks. And I'm going to jump to Jones and Ian just so they're not kind of left in the dark here.
Do so.
Hold on, leaving us in the dark. Well, hopefully we get to stay in the dark. I mean, that's our
I'm not
buddies
worried
right
about
now.
the dark.
Do they all leave away from that black sedan?
Yeah, he left. He had parked the car there and walked off.
Have all the guards left that area as well?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to try to get over to that black sedan and see if there's any papers inside the car that I can get a hold of.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
The car's parked right by the front gate there, so you're welcome to approach.
Okay. Is the door locked or not?
Yes.
Hmm. I don't have anything to pull up the rest. Shoot. All right, let's move on then.
All right.
So I'm trying to think what I want to do. Are there license? Yeah, are there license plates on the truck
There
or
are.
any kind of identification?
Yeah, they're licensed.
Okay. I'm gonna start taking notes of a few of the license plates.
Okay. All right. So you swung back out of the warehouse enough to get some pictures.
The what?
So you came back out of the warehouse. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm on the same page.
Yeah. But after that, after I get the license plates, I'll probably go back into the warehouse and maybe do some perk investigation, see if there's anything weird.
All right.
Yeah, Alex is going ahead for the warehouse as well. Except
Right.
he's going to head towards the larger loading dock area. And
Okay.
if he can poke his head in the door and see if over by the, I'm assuming it's like the rolling steel door kind of loading dock.
Yeah,
kind
like
of
the
thing.
bay door.
I'm gonna poke my head in and look for shipping invoices by the door. That's something, person that's running the show would like have loaded right by the doorway that he could just grab and check. You know what I mean?
All right. I will need a deck stealth for moving across the yard there.
All right.
John, I got 2 successes on my perception investigation for the.
All right. There's not a lot in the warehouse itself. As far
5
as
successes.
Yeah, so Jones, you'll find kind of just at the warehouse, the way it's laid out, like project related type. For this is for this. Find a couple of design schematics for like your blueprint bundles for construction in there.
Are they like open to where I can see what they're supposed to be, or are they just bundled in?
We just found like the staging areas. Ian found the actual blueprints themselves, like rolled.
Oh, you say I found the blueprints?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. Is the lighting in here okay?
I mean, it's like your security lighting where they have like a couple of, it's like light is on.
Would I like to be able to, with my cell phone, take pictures of these without the flash?
Yeah.
All right, I will take pictures of them without the flash, and then put them back where I found them.
Okay.
That'll take me a couple of minutes, I'm assuming, because they're probably either not small blueprints or there's many pages.
Right, they're like full job blueprints, so.
Yeah. I will be like superly like very detailed in all the pictures I take. Anything that looks like a note, anything that looks like small print, I will individually take pictures of.
All right. So you're getting pictures. And we've got open out the actual materials. And Finger and Victoria, I will need. Give me perception alertness rolls first.
Three successes for Victoria.
Okay. Did we lose Marcus?
No.
Okay. I don't know if you're on the.
He asked for perception alertness from you and I.
Two on a burglar.
You guys will both notice is the guards behind you pull out stun batons.
Y'all gonna use us on them or?
And one of them, or the captain looks at you, or the sergeant looks at you and says, "Well, see, you're awful insistent. And you're poking around a lot."
Well, yeah, but I ain't taking nothing, and it's gonna be a real bad idea if you use that on me.
Well, it happens that one of the boys here, he's kind of heard your name bandied about, and well, it occurs to me that you're probably not real good for security. Have you poke him around?
Well, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. You ain't got to stun me.
I don't to leave. I want you to stay right here.
Don't really. I mean, that's a weapon. That's kind of horrible. I don't really want to be stabbed or nothing or anything like that. And she's a lady.
She's starting to look really nervous and scared.
No, you start poking around, asking questions about their own people, and unfortunately, they're going to start poking back.
And you want to poke me with a stun baton?
Well, I got simple instructions I've been given. Anyone that comes around asking too many questions, digging around on who's in charge, whose trucks they are, what they do, who they're hauling for. Well, those are questions that shouldn't be asked, and I need to make sure that it stays that way.
Well, sir, to be fair, I didn't ask none of that. I simply said that I could make your problems go away, which is all I came here to do.
Well, you're the kind of man who knows how to ask things without asking.
But I didn't ask none of that.
To your credit, that's not always easy to do.
I'm being completely honest. I haven't lied yet.
He hasn't. It's been complete, honest truth. Please, sir, don't hurt us.
I can do all the stuff I said I can do.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I'm sure there's lots of things you can do, and that's exactly what concerns both myself and my employers.
And say it is going to make you not do what it is that you're about to do.
Well, we can start with exactly you would want to resolve all these things, because it ain't out of the goodness of your heart.
Well, of course not. There will be financial I will be financially rewarded if the people around here all know who we're in business with. It's a business competition. That's all it is. New business person shows up. Somebody creates some kind of something. I get contacted, and then I come and say I can fix the problem if we just have a bit of a conversation. That's it. It's business.
So you're in the shipping industry already, is what you're saying.
This is the docks of New Orleans. Everybody's in the shipping business. As you said yourself, there's certain promises and words that you can't keep. You said that yourself. So the actual factuals and stuff I didn't think was important to mention because you said that you couldn't do certain things. You did say that you could have a dialogue with the people that you work for. That's all I needed. I couldn't get in contact with them because they aren't really that easy to contact. I figured I'd come down, talk to the people on site, and create a dialogue. You'd either say yes or you'd say no. I figured that's how we do things down here.
No, it is, but see, they're gonna meet with you. They like to meet under their own circumstances, as it were.
Well,
quite frankly, they would much rather meet with you if deliver you, so to speak.
If you deliver me?
Well,
We'll go peacefully. You don't have to hurt us, please. Please don't hurt us.
Look, I'll go, man. I don't need no violence or nothing. I'm sorry.
no, the problem is now we've moved this far. This isn't a walk away from it situation.
I don't know anything I don't know anything now that I didn't know when I walked in the door. Just saying. I don't know anything because I haven't asked anything. I specifically know I didn't ask anything because I'm the one that's been talking. I made a business proposition, a business proposal. That's it.
One of the guards kind of looks at him and goes, boss, with where I hear his name bandied about, he's technically our competition, too. He's looking to get into that's that's a tight industry already. We make sure stuff gets where it's going safe and sound. That sounds an awful lot like security. I mean, I doubt he's pulling permits and licenses for his people, but
well, I'm actually not in your kind of business because I'd actually need folk like you to make my thing happen. Do you need some subterfuge for fast talk going on?
Yeah, let's do that. Manipulation.
I'll spin
Subterfuge.
the PowerPoint. I got 3.
Yeah. Looks between you and the guards. And he walks up closer, pulls out a cell phone, puts in a number, and walks up and kind of tosses it to you. And he says, "That's the person in charge on this side. You want to get answers, you talk to them. You got 1 minute. If they don't like what you have to say, they're going to pay me, and you won't be saying any more."
Well then, so just dial 1.
All you got to do is hit the dial.
You push the button.
Voice picks up and just answers, and it says, "Yes."
Hi, I'm Finger Deliverer. I believe you've heard of me.
"Yes, I'm familiar. What can I do for you?"
Huh? Yeah. You have a strike issue that I have noticed. I came down to offer my assistance in alleviating that particular problem, as I have some small sway with the unions abound here.
The she. So you're looking to your labor rep.
I'm not really a labor rep, but I have friends in that particular business.
What is it you're looking to accomplish?
These workers are not strikes are bad for business all around. Things don't get moved. Stevedores don't show up to work. People still getting paid. The unions got to pay out. Well, it behooves everyone for a strike to end. Now, I can expedite that particular thing based on some of the relationships that I have in the community.
She. So you're looking to put Blackwater Transport back on the road and the union strikes.
That I am.
And what's your cost here? What are we paying to get the? I mean, every union ending a strike requires a contract negotiation. There's a price for that.
Ending a strike requires for the certain people to decide the strike is over, sir.
Yes, and they generally don't do that without good reason.
Well, sir, do you mind if I speak plainly?
Fairly certain that's what we're doing.
Blackwater broke the rules of etiquette. You know that they did, sir. But down here, when you step into a new area of operation, you make yourself known to the people already involved, so that everybody can make sure they can shift around, get in where they fit in. No one wants to step in anybody's toes. Now,
Blackwater contracted to fulfill a role by the city. I don't really see how that's.
the city didn't ask the people who normally do this to do this. You took jobs away from the people that are around here.
So because Blackwater is a local small company, took the contract and expanded rather than subcontract it to you guys,
No,
staff through you guys.
speak to all the people involved. Your relationship was in one area. You stepped into a new area. The people that are already in that area have no idea who you are or what you're about. Now, I can broker some introductions and all other manner sort of things so that everybody can operate and nobody has any issues. That's all I'm doing. I'm a representative of the people of the community of Nolans. That's all.
Well, here's how this works. See, Blackwater is contracted by an engineering firm, and we would
Okay,
contract discreetly transport materials, no outside involvement.
I understand.
That's what we've been doing, and you've got an objection to that. So what you're looking
No,
for
sir.
is
I don't have an
breaching the
objection.
contract.
I don't have an objection to you operating in this area, sir. However, certain people were displaced by your operation. Now they don't know who, why, what, when, where, or whatever. So the unions have spoken. These are the people who would normally be moving these products. Now, like I said, I understand you probably don't bear any ill will toward anybody, and I'm pretty sure nobody bears any ill will towards you. But this is a thing that is happening within the community. Now, it's got to be straightened out quicker would be better, before it goes to violence or any other thing like that. Now, I just want to see that ended. I want to see these people back on their jobs and the places they're supposed to be. You can operate here, they can operate here, but a conversation does need to be had. Inside of all them warehouses don't move by themselves. People have to move those.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
I'm trying to make sure that happens. Taking money out of a whole lot of people's pockets this strike. Now, I'm not asking about who hired you. I'm not asking about what you're hauling. I'm not asking about none of that. All I'm trying to do is make sure everybody who's supposed to be working is working. Everybody's supposed to be paid is getting paid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Looks at you and says, well, or you can kind of hear him think about it, and he says, well, yeah, I get where you're coming from. I got a contract to keep two, and well, it's not easy for me to work outside that.
Well, hey, I'm not asking. I'm not asking you to do anything that's going to breach your contract. You will move the products in the manner in the timely manner that you're supposed to be moving them. I just need to talk to a few people, and this strike will go away.
And then to make sure your people get paid, how are we going to facilitate that?
Oh, well, I never said any financial recompense would come from your end, sir.
It's going to come from someone's.
Yes, it will, more than likely. Somebody is going to have to receive a certain amount of money, and I would take it upon myself to grease those particular wheels.
See. Well, I'm afraid that the one issue I have is that I can only operate outside this contract, or even above and beyond make changes to what I'm handling, which is what this would be. If
Well,
I
I'm not
can,
asking you. I don't need you to add anything. You're not carrying anything extra. You're not moving anything extra. You're not adding any additional time. There will be no expenditures on your end whatsoever. You're not even going to be doing. You're not even going to be doing any negotiating.
right, well, what exactly is it you're telling me from me then?
I don't need anything from you other than this one simple thing. I needed to come down here and make sure folk are confused. They have questions. They don't know how to ask those questions through quote unquote official channels. You see? And I have a certain degree of flexibility within those confines, if you take my meaning. So that's what I come down here to do, to make sure that people get their money's worth, people get paid. There's probably some preferential people, numbers, lists that they would like to be prioritized as your stevedores and movers and shakers and all that jazz. But you said no outside work. Okay, cool. Your docks will be shut down and sequestered. However, there is a tax for that. You know that there's a tax for that, and there was when you showed up in New Orleans. You probably just didn't know who to ask.
You need me to answer some questions, get some things sorted out. That's all we're looking to accomplish.
That's all we're looking to accomplish. Financial restitution is not in the cards. It's simply conversations that need to be had, probably over a very nice meal, which I can provide.
Bet.
That is a fact. I can have a helicopter arrive and pick you up or whoever your negotiator is up at the prescribed time and return them after the meal.
Well, I'm sure we can arrange something.
Notice, sir, I've asked no questions or specifics about anything. I don't particularly care. I just need the people. I need these trucks moving. Nobody can make any money if your trucks ain't moving. You ain't buying gas from around here if your trucks ain't moving. You ain't hiring stevedores and extra people to load stuff that don't really care if their trucks ain't moving. These security guards or these personal security guards that you've hired are taking up slots that could be used by other people. This whole dock is being used and normal people aren't able to use it the entire time you're here. People aren't making money. So people need the money to flow. This conversation and that delivery can cause all that to happen.
He says, "Oh, we'll schedule ourselves a meeting then."
Huh?
I said, "Then let's schedule ourselves a meeting."
All right. Just you know the standard. You know the standard tax, correct? You're in the shipping business. I'm sure you know the standard tax.
I do.
All right. We're asking for industry standard. That's it. I mean, you shut down 2 or 3 warehouses, sir. I'm just saying.
That's true.
And like your
But,
like your boy said, no outsiders. No outsiders means nobody can use those docks. Means they don't get work. Mean it's a whole lot of folk ain't making money.
no, that's true as well.
Now all I'm asking for you is what's due. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Now I know that your company probably will not reimburse you for that particular tax. However, I can make it so that other arrangements can be made, which will equate to pretty much the same price. I can get your gas lowered, your fueling, all that. A few cards for your drivers to charge certain things through, that sort of thing. Kind of make up the difference if you understand what I mean.
All right. Well, when do you want to meet then? You're shutting this thing up.
All right, I can have the helicopter ready 24 hours. If you can have your negotiator, your speaker ready in 48 hours time, I can set up. I can have that meeting set up with the individuals in question.
All right. Well, I will have somebody ready.
Okay, I'm gonna need to walk out of here in order to make that happen. Is that going to happen?
Oh, well, I don't have any objection to you walking out of there. However, you see, I'm not the one that hired security. Because my job is to deliver material, not to keep it safe while it's sitting on a dock.
Okay, so what do I got to do to get out of here? What do I got to do to get out of here?
I would say that's between you and because he is the one that was contracted by the owners of the material. It happens to be the engineering firm.
Okay, so ain't no problems on your end, which is what all this man said is he says it's all good, then I can go. You say it's all good, he's gonna let me go.
Well, that's the deal.
All right, I'm gonna give you back to him. Toss him back.
He takes the phone back. And but that's it. He just listens for a minute and leaves it at that. And then he hangs up, he'll look at you. He says, "So what's the story now?"
Huh? What did you say?
What's the story now? You got someplace to be, I imagine.
I do. Have a fine night, sir.
Well, see, here's the problem. I'm contracted to run security, but I'm not in charge of surveillance. Those are handled off-site. Right now, what I've got is surveillance that shows folks walking up here, talking to me, talking on my phone and looking at these trucks.
Would you like for me to do something about that?
I mean, well, that would probably help if I have some deniability that this conversation ever happened type scenario.
I can guarantee that this conversation didn't happen as long as I can get out of here.
All right, so you can make sure I got no recordings. You're going to somehow get off-site records erased.
Let's put
We
it this
haven't
way.
even pulled out phones or anything to record anything. Of course we didn't do anything. We were just talking and please let us go.
Not concerned with you. And he kind of gestures up to the fence. He says, I'm concerned with the 37 security cameras that surround this lot because my employer is a paranoid son of a bitch with more inventory in here than this company shipped in a year before.
Sir, your boss might control what's in those warehouses, and he might control what's in those trucks. But your boss does not control this dock.
Oh, make no mistake, he's not my boss. He's just a customer who contracted me.
Well, that customer who contracted does not control this particular dock surveillance.
That's true. Which is why I wasn't pointing out dock surveillance. You see, engineering firm, they're not stupid. They had their boys down here poking around, quiet like, put in their own surveillance too. Separate system. Wireless, satellite uplink, some bullshit. I don't know. I'm a security guard, not a surveillance expert.
All right, so what do you want to do? What are my options? Let me just hear your pitch here.
Like I said, I can get you to the. I mean, I can show you where their utility box are. You bust the locks off, crack the card readers, whatever you got to do, and somehow make sure that it's wiped out. And my boss don't have record. I can claim mechanical malfunction down here. That's not an issue. Vandalism from protesters, what have you.
Well, that's what I was going to do, sir.
But again, we got to get the system wiped out.
That's not a problem. I can handle that. I just need that door over there and not have nobody standing next to it for the next 20 minutes.
All right, we can do.
That's it. It's done.
All right, well, so everything from 20 minutes from now until backwards till before you showed up. That's what we're doing.
Well, racing, yeah, all I got to do is have some angry people destroy it, and you can't get nothing out the recordings no way, can you?
Well, that's fair.
That's all we're going to do.
He says, well, that's good enough for me.
Sure know how to do business the New Orleans way. Thank you so very much.
And with that, he turns and he says, well, boys, we're going to call it a night, it looks like. At least till we get these mechanical malfunctions resolved. And they holster their stun batons, come over, and he says, I think I got a couple of gift cards. We'll order us some pizzas, have it a night at the office type scenario. What do you guys think?
Well, my finger opens up his wallet and he pulls out like 300s. My treat.
He says, you're a pretty all right fella, and I understand you know how to make problems go away. So he nods, takes the cash, and as he turns around, real quick, you guys can roll me a perception alertness.
I'm about to get stabbed. I already knew it.
Two successes for Victoria.
One success for Finger.
All right, you guys both are able to just barely notice as the captain here pulls out his stun baton and he hits both guards right in the temple.
Okay.
And as they go down, he says, well, see, I understand you're good at making problems disappear. Those gentlemen there, I hired them. But they're getting checks that aren't just from me. And that's what we call witness liability.
Well, okay. You would like for me to make these two problems go away?
Well, it seems that would be part of our solution here.
I can do that.
The question is, what is our best solution? And a couple of protesters stunned them, but what happened to them after that?
Is there a head count that anybody's going to do? Because basically what's going to happen is I have some people that are on the dock right now that mine.
Oh, I don't know if anyone's doing significant paperwork as long as I got 2 guards on staff tomorrow.
Well, what I need you to do is just place them in that same area, just kind of leaning up against the wall, because there were guards there, but there weren't guards there.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Then those guards will disappear, and of course their names are interchangeable because you're the one doing the books. It's no problems. Simple?
So, well, that makes sense to me.
It really is that simple. I'm a very simple man. And I'm Victoria. And I'm a simple man.
Very simple, my love. Very, very simple.
Simple, simple. Out of character, John.
Yep.
John, I can really ship with impunity on this dock. I really can. That's what it says under transportation.
I know.
I can get 2 bodies moved without a problem.
I'm aware of what it says.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I can do that. And then when it comes to the strikers, well, as long as I get them, they like breaking stuff anyway. So just tell them what to break, and they'll break it. Especially if there's no guards watching. And they won't be recorded because the security will all be down.
Yeah, puts the stun baton away and he says, well, it's a good thing it was a quiet night for me back at the headquarters post. Would have been
As I assume you never logged out of your job.
Oh, got it.
Good evening, Sergeant.
I should probably finish that game of solitaire and get my logbooks finished, though. And he heads back to the sedan and gets in and drives.
So there are no more guards here. There's just us.
Correct.
Jesus.
Is there an office for like shipping on here where we're at the warehouses?
What's that?
Is there a warehouse office for shipping and their shipping logs?
Not for the warehouses over here, no. They didn't have any kind of manifest or anything. That was one of the things that... Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you were finished. Sorry. I've been getting breaks from you when I don't think there was actually breaks.
Gotcha. No, there's not any on-site kind of manifest or shipping office. Everything seems to be being handled remotely. However, they did find some other documentation.
John?
Yep.
Is there any other big rigs like the trucks that are out there that aren't the black trucks?
Negative. The rest, Blackwater has been the only one affected by the union strikes.
Before I do get rid of the bodies or whatever, I take all their personal effects and stuff because that's research and paperwork I can look into about they were getting their side money from or whatever. So I make the phone call that I need to make to get the guys to break the stuff that I need them to break.
Okay.
And I put the bodies up and to get the bodies moved and everything. And does anybody else need to do anything?
Yeah, actually I do. I'm assuming there's computers in the warehouse somewhere.
No,
Ian,
the warehouse is...
Out of character, one of the things is we don't know just how many cameras that there are here. We're taking it on faith that we're about to destroy all of them. Just so you know.
Yeah, no, I was planning on actually taking copies of their databases. But
That takes
No,
some
there
time.
was computers on site. That was one of the things you guys found out is that this is strictly being used for physical product.
Are there keys to any of these rigs?
That is a good question. There are not any keys on site, no.
That would just make it take longer to break into the rig and drive off with it. Should I?
Damn it! I was just thinking that.
I have larceny. I have fairly good drive too.
Let's see here.
Worst comes to worst, I can always repurpose it.
Yeah, but don't forget about the low jacking.
Oh, I know. That's why I make a stop by Contacts and one of their shops and say, uncomputerize the tracking and do it. And then 5 minutes later, we drive out and move it even further.
Yeah, like you're thinking.
Okay, can I break into one of the rigs?
Oh, you're welcome to attempt to. Do have electronic locking systems on the doors.
Do they have a keyhole?
No, it's like a card reader type.
What do you want me to roll to break in then?
It could still be a dex larceny, or actually it would be an intelligence larceny, like because you're basically going to hotwire the
Sweet.
reader.
Hashtag. Standard difficulty?
Let's go with difficulty 7 on that.
7. I have 2 successes.
All right, well, you're able to pop one of the doors open with a beep.
She's gonna get in, disable an alarm if there is one.
Because you opened it as part of the
Hardwiring.
yeah, it would read it as a legitimate access.
Awesome. Then she's going to hotwire the truck and get it started.
Okay,
What?
that would
Yeah.
be an intelligence larceny as well. Standard diff for that one.
Why are we stealing multiple trucks?
Why are you stealing the trucks?
Just one.
Well,
Why?
I don't know that.
This kind of fucks me over, but okay.
Yeah,
Hey, he said let it go. Whatever happens, happens. He couldn't control it if you weren't there.
John.
Yep.
Alex is doing similarly to the truck that had the open door.
All right. The open door was on the trailer, so you'd have to.
Yeah, no, there's a reason I'm specifically targeting that one though.
Okay.
All right, 1 success to hotwire it.
I'm
Right.
spending a willpower.
I need an index to get in, and then at 7, Ian, and then index to hotwire it then.
I got 3 successes.
Okay.
And then similarly on the second one. Oop. Hey, why is it 7?
Because you didn't put F6 after it.
And I got a success on the starting it.
That's right. You got one
A
up.
success. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got the door open and hotwire it.
Right. Well, as we're driving off, the reason why I picked the one with the open door is because I'm about to load mine and Victoria's bikes in on the trailer, so we don't have to come back.
Okay.
Finger holds up his end of the deal. He actually gets the guys to come in and break the stuff, and the guys to take the bodies and put them in cold storage, not have them destroyed.
Okay. All right. Well, and we have Victoria and Alex have a semi. They're driving. I will need an int drive for you guys as you're driving those through town. Just to just because they are rigs.
3 successes.
I failed, but it wasn't a botch.
Right. So basically, for you, you're taking, some minor issues, but you're able to avoid getting caught or pulled over or anything.
Okay.
So. All right.
And he's going to get on his cell phone. You probably have Victoria's phone
Yes.
number,
Oh yeah.
right? Did you have the exact same idea I did?
Downshifts. If that involves stealing a truck, maybe. Meet me at this address. We'll get it cleared for further travel.
Yeah, I got our bikes.
Awesome. Makes it even easier.
Yep. And he'll go to the address.
And she will have them remove the tracking systems.
All right, well, we can handle that in blue books and stuff if you want.
That's fine.
As far as actually doing the rolls. So, anybody got anything else they want to do here?
Just so we're clear, based on to run it back, the dude said whatever happens, happens. He doesn't care.
The sergeant. Where?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yep. You said he told you give him plausible deniability to nothing, and
You can do it. You
It's
can do whatever you
problem.
want. Yep, not a problem. Rioters and strikers, man. These things happen. The one thing that my character does do for fact is he does take when he takes all the stuff, he doesn't leave any prints or anything on him. He wears gloves. A cold storage place for my later use.
Oh yeah, gloves is a definite thing.
Any books or there's you said specifically there's no books or papers or anything like that already, so
Nope.
not really. They were smart. This is just a holding area for the stuff.
correct.
All right. Cool with that. I'm done.
Yeah, we can end
Tiger,
then.
did you get everything?
Jones will just he'll wait a little ways outside the entrance and then stop doing the obfuscate, wait for a finger, and let him know, hey, do you need anything, you know how to get in contact with them.
This is gonna either be a big problem or a little problem, bro.
Either way, we can solve it.
All right. See you later.
Jones will just pop down into the sewers and start making his way back to his place.
All right.
Tiger, let's set it up for a thing where getting turn off.
Do what?
Go ahead and turn the John do the buy thing.
All right. This has been a Shadows of New Orleans involving a couple of vampires and werewolves as they investigate the strange business relationships, apparently, of Blackwater Transportation. Thank you, players, for and watchers for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you another night.